Hi YouTube, it has been a minute. I haven't been able to sit in front of the camera and film anything for you guys for weeks. I've had so much going on. My sister came back from Italy for a week, so I spent some time with her. We have a student staying with us for a couple of weeks, so I've been busy with her. We've been going to the zoo, the cinemas, bowling, parks. I've actually been trying to film on my days off for you guys, doing like a day out with me or like following me around day. It's just been super difficult and my videos weren't turning out very good, so I just thought, okay, I'll do them when I have a minute to actually sit down, do them, edit them, and hopefully they'll come out a lot better. So it's taken me ages. I've just had so much. I've been doing a lot of overtime. If you follow me on Snapchat, I've been doing a lot of work down at ITV Coronation Street, so it has been really fun. It has been eventful. It has been stressful as well. I think I had a really good night out with my girls, and then the next day I was in out of hours, and then I was in the dentist twice for like an emergency root canal, which was just grim. So it has been a busy few weeks, so I thought this time I'd just do a quick little video for you guys. I say quick, it's probably going to be ages because I talk so much, but just like a get ready with me video. I didn't want it to be too long, so I have basically done my base, my brows, but I'm showing you guys how I created a look using the RISKTAKER palette by MAC. It's the newest palette that I've got. So this video is going to be based around this palette. The full eye look that I'm wearing is from this palette, including the highlighter as well. So if you do like my look and you want to know how I got this look, then please keep watching. So before we get started, I have got my full base on, my foundation, my concealer, a bit of blusher on there. I haven't got my highlighter on yet, which is why I'm looking quite bland and quite flat. I've done my brows and I've primed and prepped my lids. So I have the Urban Decay primer for your lids. I also have some concealer and setting powder on there as well, so do make sure you have prepped your eyelids. That way when we go on top with the eyeshadow, the colour payoff is really good, the pigments show up, and it hopefully will last all day for you as well. So this is the RISKTAKER palette by MAC. I'm going to give it an open up for you guys. As you can see, it's brand spanking new. I've not used anything from this palette yet. So you've got a mixture here of some shimmers, and you've also got some matte shades there. You have this amazing bright highlighter. It looks white, it does have a bit of warmth to it, but it is a very bright highlighter. So we're going to do a full eye look based on this palette here. So first things first, we're going to do our transition shade. So we're going to use that peach shade there. It does look crazy bright, but there you go. So we're going to use that corally peachy shade there, and we're going to pop that all over our crease, and just give it a nice blend out. So we'll just do that. You want to be nice and light-handed with this and just build on the colour. It is a very light colour to begin with, but it's one of those, if you do too much at once, it just won't look as nice and smooth and as soft. So just build on that shade in the crease of your eye. I can't believe how long it's been since I sat in front of the camera and filmed something for you guys. I feel like I started off with a good pace and then it just went down the drain. It's kind of like, you know, when you start going to the gym and you start a healthy diet, and then once you have that cheat meal, it's really hard to get back into. So hopefully I'll be able to get back into this, have a bit more of a routine, a bit more of a system going. It's just something that you can't really schedule. You just got to be able to do it often, but you can't plan it because it just never goes to plan. The amount of times I was like, oh, I have a few hours free, I'm gonna film something. And then as soon as I like got up and got ready to do it, something happened, so took it as a sign. So that's our transition shade there in the crease. Next we're going to go with a bit more of a defined brush. I'm going to go into that crease and we're going to work in this pink shade here. So it does look quite bold, but I do think once you blend it out with that corally shade, it'll just be a nice soft transition, and it will look a bit bolder, but it's not going to be that crazy bright because we're gonna give it a good blend. So just tap lightly on there, and you're gonna aim now for your actual crease. So aim for that crease there, and you're gonna buff it in. Buff, buff, buff. And slightly raise it so you go into that coral shade, that first shade that we did. It's quite weird doing it with one eye. It's a little bit freaky, isn't it? And again to the other eye. So you're actually going to aim it into the crease. So don't aim it too high to begin with. Aim it into that crease and buff it. And do like small circular motions in that crease. And once you feel like it's quite soft, quite blended, and it's not like a line across your eye, then you can slowly work it up. So you slowly bring your brush at this angle and work it up into that transition shade that we did previously. Okay, we're also going to use the same shade and go a little bit under our eye as well, just to create a nice soft blown out smoky pink colour. Pink, I shouldn't really say pink eye, but pink eye look. So god, that's terrible. Just go underneath slightly by your eyelashes, slightly underneath them, and just bring it to this corner here. So this outer corner here is gonna join onto where we bought that pink, so it's almost like a half circle here, like the letter C. And you're going to bring it in and just softly blend it to that. Keep your brush on your eye, like keep it on the skin. If you keep moving it off, you're going to be like flicking the shadow. You don't want to do that. You want to really blend it into the place of where you want it to sit. So just, oh, I don't know what happened to my voice then. So just blend it in and keep buffing it in. Again with the other eye, just slightly underneath your eyelashes. I always find it strange when I see myself doing my makeup. Like when I watch myself doing my makeup, the faces that we pull when we're doing this is just hilarious. So just bring that in. And again round this corner, really blend it into this corner here and under the eye. So we've got like a nice pink smoked effect. So we're going to go with the first brush and the first colour again and just blend over any areas where you may have like a start and finish the two colours. You want them to be really blended out, so you can't see where one colour finishes and one colour starts, but you can see that there's two colours being used. So just give it a good buff, really nice and soft there. Okay, so that's basically your transition colour, and you've also got your crease colour there. So now we're going to do the lid colour, and I wasn't quite sure which way to go because my outfit is basically like peach, navy and white. So the peach is like a bit like a pinky peach, so I wanted to bring that out a bit. So what I'm thinking is we could do this gold shimmer shade here on the lid. So I'm going to use a flat brush for this. Get that shimmery shade there and just pack that on the lid. You can see the colour payoff of that is really nice and pretty. You could probably just do this on your lid for like a everyday shade, just so you've got like a pop of colour. Yeah, so if you just do that to both of your lids, just pat it on really gently, and then go back over and just build on it. So you're really gently patting it on, but you're pressing it into the lid. You're not blending it, you want to press it so you've got a really nice shimmery effect, and you're not buffing it too much, you're not blending it out, you just want it to sit in place. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to make it pop a little bit more, make it stand out a bit more. So we're going to go over with this gold shimmery shade here, this softer shimmery shade. It is terrible trying to make colours stand out on the camera. Can you see it? There we go. There, look at that. Some shimmery shades there. So we're going to go on top with that, and it's just going to add like a pop of glitter and a little sparkle. See, the best thing about these shadows is you can use them wet. You can wet your brush and you can dip it in a shadow and pack it all over. But you can do it like completely dry and it just looks amazing still as well. Like, I didn't want to go with crazy makeup for today. I feel like I have crazy hair and there needs to be like a good balance between crazy makeup, crazy hair. So I figured like just a nice soft but colourful eye as well, so people can see that you made an effort but you've just not gone wild. So go back over with the brush that we use for the pink shadow and blend them two in. I always tend to go over. I know a lot of the time we spend buffing and blending, we just think, well, it's done now, we don't need to go back over, but I do like to go back over just so that there isn't any lines, and that you really have like softened any definition between colours. Unless you were doing a cut crease, and I just think you can never really do too much blending as long as you keep the brush in the place of where you actually put the shade, so you're not going over and you're not just mixing all your colours. So that's a really nice soft smoky pink eye that we've got there. What I'm thinking is underneath the eye, maybe, I've got my outfit right there so I keep looking at it, underneath the eye I think we can add this shade here just to add a little bit more depth to our a little bit more depth to our look, and just to give it, I don't know, just to give it a bit more of an evening vibe. So we're gonna go with a nice little flat top, short, kind of stubby little brush, and we're gonna go closer to the lash line now. So you're gonna go above that pink, and you're just gonna go blend on top. Totally just put that in my eye. So we're just going to blend that nicely on top there of our eyelash line. So it's just going to create a nice defined shape on our eyelash line, and it's just going to bring it a bit more of an evening look for us. So now when you look afar, you can see the darker shade. I just realised I've done this entire look actually looking into my camera instead of my mirror. Oh dear. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the same shade. I'm actually going to go across my eyelash line at the top. So give you a little stretch and point this upwards. So aim it on your eyelashes and point it upwards. And just wiggle it across your eyelash line. Like so. It might help for you to stretch up there, stretch there, however you feel comfortable, whatever allows you to get to that area of your eye. Just stretch how you need to stretch, basically, and keep blending over that area until you feel happy with it, really. So it's almost like a really soft, smoked out liner. So you can see I've not done it too dark at all. You can keep going on top of it and keep building it. Just do the same with the other eye. Right, so we're going to add some highlighter, just add a bit of depth, add a bit of brightness to the eye. So I've got a really nice like pencil shaped brush here. Where did I even get this brush from? This is from Royal and Langnickel Silk Pro brush, if anybody has come across that brand. I don't even remember getting this, I just remember having it. So I'm going to use that bright shade that we have there, and I'm going to pop that under my brow, just under the arch. Give it a nice highlight there. A nice little pop on camera. Look at that arch. Look at that arch go. and then it's the same under the other brow. I haven't done my brows in longer than I'd like to say, so I feel like a highlighter really does distract the eye from being able to see that they haven't been done. So under the brows, and I also like to do it in the corner of my eye, so just literally aim it on this corner here of your eye. It just brightens the eye up. Okay, and then I also like to add a little bit of this down my nose, so just on the bridge up here, sort of building that up and just blend it in with the finger. And then on the tip of the nose, I like to do a similar shade to what I've done on my eyes, so it's almost like my face is like coordinated, like it matches itself. As weird as that might sound. I just think that you can get a lot of depth and a lot of texture using the same colours and the same shades on your face. It doesn't have to be 35 different products, it could be the same product just used differently. So then I also like to pop a little bit on my chin here, just give it a little pat with the finger. And then here I have quite a pointy top lip, so when I tend to do my lipstick I do tend to round it, because I feel like if I go, like I'll do my lipstick off camera, but I find like when I do my lipstick and my lip liner, if I actually follow my lip line, it's quite pointy and it almost looks a little bit animated, which is like amazing for Halloween, but it's just not something I want to do every day. So I like to do a bit of highlighter above here, and you can see it's just shown how pointy they are when I do that. So when I do my lip line, I'll just be rounding off my lips so they're not as sharp looking and they're a bit more softer. So when you look now, you can see the same highlighter down the centre of my face, is the same one under my brow, and it's all quite the same, and it's quite nice and it's not too much. But you can obviously go with another highlighter of your choice, or if you prefer another highlighter, go for that. I just wanted to use this palette and just show you guys like the most that you could do with this palette. So to make this look a bit more evening, a bit more smoky, I'm going to use this dark shade that we've got here, this shimmery shade here. I just want to basically see how I can make it a bit more darker, and also just see how many more colours I can fit in this one look. So I'm going to dab a little bit of that colour onto my brush. It's just a nice short square, a little bit of a stubby kind of brush. We're going to pop that above the shade that we've already used and just softly pat it. Blend a little bit, but softly pat it on the eyelash line, and just keep building on it basically. So I'm going to do that now. So you don't have to do this. This is basically just making it a bit more of an evening eye, and just a bit more of a darker eye. So if you're quite happy with the look that we've already made here, then you don't have to do this. So I've done my eyeliner, just a nice neat liner, and some mascara. I've not done my mascara too thick or too heavy, just because I'm not quite keen on the feel of it. So it's time to put my lashes on, and today I'm wearing BLAISE by UnicornCosmetics. They are amazing lashes. I've not actually tried this style on yet, but look at them, they're just so beautiful. They have a lovely wing to them as well, and they've got lots of layers and lots of volume, and they're quite thick on the band, which is why I needed to put on liner as well, just because I don't like it to be so obvious that the band is thick. So liner is a good way to hide that. I'm just going to chop these a little bit, pop them on my eyes, pop on some lipstick, and just show you guys the finished result. That is me done for today. I've added some eyeliner inside of my eye and some lipstick. I'm aware I keep adding things off camera. I just didn't want my video to be super duper long. So I will note down all the products and everything I've used on and off camera down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is really appreciated. I am aware I have been away for weeks and it has just been very difficult for me to find time to sit in front of the camera and just play with some makeup and have a good time, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to keep up this time and just keep the videos coming for you guys. So thank you for tuning in again. I'm going to shoot off now because I'd love to say I got ready on time, but I can never really say that. So I'm going to be a bit late. So I'm going to have to jump off now, get changed. You guys can see my final look probably on Instagram. It's Amani Media _ the same as my YouTube name. So please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Give me some feedback and let me know what you guys thought. And thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon.